Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. In reading group A with 90 students, there are 4 boys for every 5 girls. In the other reading group B, there are 3 boys for every 2 girls. If these two groups are combined, the ratio of boys to girls will be 10 to 9. How many students are in the reading group B? Okay, first let me consider the reading group A. So in reading group A, we have the ratio between the boys and girls. That is, there are 4 boys for every 5 girls. It is 4 to 5. Okay, now to find the number of boys and number of girls from the terms of the ratio, what I have to do is I have to multiply the terms of the ratio by the same non-zero number, say x. That is, the number of boys is equal to, we have to multiply the first term of the ratio by the non-zero number x, that is 4x. Now to get the number of girls, I have to multiply the second term of the ratio with the same non-zero number x, that is 5x. Because this 4 is the number corresponding to boys and 5 is the number corresponding to girls. Okay, now I got the number of boys and number of girls in group A in terms of x. But already I know the total number of students in group A, there is 90 students. That is, when I add the number of boys 4x and number of girls 5x, so that is equal to the total number of students in group A, that is 90 students according to the question. Okay, so here 4x positive 5x is 90, x equals to 90. When I divide both sides by 9, I'm getting x equals to 10. Okay, now I can plug in x equals to 10 over here and here to get the number of boys and number of girls. So when I plug in x equals to 10 over here, I'm getting 40. And here when I plug in x equals to 10 over here, I'm getting 50. So in these 90 students in group A, there are 40 boys and 50 girls. Okay, now let me consider group B. Let me do it over here. Group B. Okay, in group B, the boys girls ratio is there, that is 3 to 2. There are 3 boys for every 2 girls. Okay, now to get the number of boys and number of girls from the terms of the ratio, I have to multiply both the terms of the ratio with the same non-zero number, say y. Like we have multiplied x over here, but here to get the number of boys and number of girls in this one, I am saying that we have to multiply the terms of the ratio by the non-zero number y. Then the number of boys will be 3 times y. Just multiply the first term by y. The number of girls is 2 times y. Okay, now I got the number of boys and number of girls in group B in terms of y. There is 3y and 2y. Okay, now if the two groups are combined, what is the total number of boys? For that we have to add the number of boys in group A and number of boys in group B. So let me write over here. So when two groups are added, that is combined. So the number of boys will be 40 positive 3y. I just added the number of boys in group A and number of boys in group B. And to get the total number of girls in both the groups, that is when the two groups are combined, we have to add the number of girls in group A, number of girls in group B. That is 50 positive 2y. Okay, now I got the number of boys and number of girls when two groups are combined. Okay, now let's do ratio between the number of boys and number of girls. Let me write over here. That is 40 positive 3y to 50 positive 2y. So this is the ratio between the number of boys and number of girls after the two groups are combined. But we have this ratio, that is after the two groups are combined, the ratio of boys to girls is 10 to 9. So it is equal to 10 to 9. Okay, now my aim is to solve for y in this one. So for that we can write each ratio as a fraction. Then I'm getting 40 positive 3y over 50 positive 2y. On the right side we have 10 over 9. Okay, now we can do cross multiplication. That is, this numerator has to be multiplied by this denominator. This numerator has to be multiplied by this denominator. Then I'm getting 90 times of 40 positive 3y equals to 10 times of 50 positive 2y. Now we can distribute this 90 to 9 to this 40 and 3y. Then I'm getting 9 times 40 is 360. When I distribute this 9 to this 3y, I'm getting 27y. The same thing, 10 times 50 is 500. And 10 times 2y is positive 20y. Okay, now let me subtract 20y from both sides. At the same time, let me subtract 360 from both sides. Let me do it. So when I do so, positive 20y, negative 20y will cancel out on the right side. On the left side, positive 360, negative 360 will cancel out. When I combine these two stuff, I'm getting 7y. And when I combine these two values, 500, negative 360, I'm getting positive 140. So let me divide both sides by 7. That's 7 will cancel. Then y equals to, when I divide 140 by 7, I am getting 20. Okay, now I got the value of y, that is 20. Okay, our aim is to find the number of students in group B. Already we got the number of boys and number of girls in group B, that is 3y and 2y. So to get the number of total number of students in group B, we have to add the number of boys and number of girls, that is 3y positive 2y, which is equal to 5y. So this 5y represents the number of students in group B. But in this one, we know the value of y is equal to 20. So let me plug in 20 for y over here. 5 times 20 is 100. Okay, now I got the number of students in the reading group B, that is 100.